let's get into it. I'm breathing because I'm a little bit tired. I tried to shoot this video a couple of times and it's been like real OD. So basically, let's start with how I went from being homeless to enrolling into the nursing school program. So the first part I want to talk about is being homeless. All right, y'all, how did I get there? Long story short, I was in a relationship with my child's father. It didn't work out. He kicked me out. I had to find somewhere to go for me and my child at the time. Yes, it was very harsh. There's a lot of details that go into that. But baby, when I tell you, we're gonna need a drink and something else for me to go into all of that. So I'm just gonna leave that like that. You feel me? But you know what I mean? So that's what happened. So I was homeless. I finally got myself in the shelter, me and my son in the shelter. And I was just going through so many different things mentally, y'all. Living in a shelter can do something to you mentally. If you never been homeless before or lived in a shelter, you really wouldn't understand what that whole process is like. So as I was living in the shelter, I was working for a bank, and it was decent money, but at the same time, it still wasn't enough to get me ahead. You know, I needed to fix my credit. I needed to save up money to get a down payment on my apartment and my deposit fees. It was just a lot, you know, and I was going through the process of like, damn, how could I let this happen to myself? How could I have trusted someone so much with my life and my finances, and I've helped build this person up and they would just leave me like that, you know? So that's where I was at mentally, you know? I was hurt, you know. I was very angry about a lot of things, but first I was very hurt. It was devastating, you know, and I have my baby, you know, and I was just like, damn, I have to get out of this. Now, that's the first part of the reason why I wanted to go into nursing. I wanted to make sure that no matter what, I will always have myself and I will always have my son's back financially, right? But that's not the that's one of the reasons why, you know, I said I need to have a career where I can really make money, see money, and make some major plays, some major changes. The second thing that comes into play is I met my baby, you know what I'm saying? I met a man child. And when I tell you this man changed my life, he put me on to so much game. And he was just speaking life into me. In the course of me being homeless, he didn't know I was homeless. I kept it hidden from him because, not gonna lie, I was embarrassed, y'all. I didn't want to tell him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to tell him. I was very embarrassed about it. And as I was talking to him, you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking to him. And then I told him I was gonna get this job. I had an interview for this job at Amazon. And he was just like, I was telling him about the job, or either I was working the job at Amazon. I can't remember which one. And I think I was working at Amazon, and I was complaining about the job, like, damn, I'm so tired of going there dressed like a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just tired. I just didn't like it, you know, because, you know, if you work in a bank, you got your cubicle, you got your desk, you got your laptop, you can come in with your nails done, you can come in with your heels on, you know, you can be real cute, like, you know what I mean? Real cute. You can't do that in Amazon. Baby, no, you can't do that. You feel me? You got to be ready to go to war. You got to be ready to work. You feel me? So he was like, yo, you too pretty to be working in a warehouse. Like, why don't you be a nurse? Like, why don't you be a nurse? And I was like, I don't want to be no fucking nurse. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go to school for that. I seen the course syllabus. I don't want to take all them classes. But mind you, y'all, he was telling me this for months. He was like, you should go into nursing. They get a bag. You'll always be able to take care of yourself and your son. So after I was working the bank job, and then after I got into Amazon and he kept telling me about nursing, one day I was just so fed up with working at Amazon. And he was just like, excuse me, once again, he was like, I keep telling you, why don't you go into nursing? I used to mess with some girl. I used to talk to some girl who was an LPN. She made like 27 bands in a month. Excuse me? I was like, how much you say you made? He was like, yo, she made like 27 bands. I said, hold on. In a month? He was like, yo, I'm telling you, she made like 27 bands in a month. So I'm like, I gotta look this up. Y'all, I started researching. As a nurse, you can become a travel nurse. Then definitely during COVID, it was so many different hazardous pays and bonuses. In California, you got nurses, LPNs, CNAs making 100, the RNs, I think, and some of the LPNs is making close to, or if not over, $100 an hour. So I was just like, y'all know that little it's a meme out with Einstein and he at the board with all the algebra equations and shit. Y'all, I was algebra with it. Like, I was at the board doing equations like this times this equal this in this amount of time. Like, I'm like, yo, I need to get this money. You feel me? Like, I need to get this money. So I researched nursing for like 6 months. And for that 6 months, I'm going through my transition because the shelter that I was staying in, they actually kicked us out the shelter. But I was lucky and fortunate enough to find housing. So I found somewhere for me and my son to go, made the move. I had to move out of the state. When I tell you life has been crazy, y'all, life been lifing. No cap, life been lifing. So, but this whole time, you know, I'm going through everything. I'm like, I'm still researching. I'm researching RN. I'm researching LPN. I'm looking into certain schools that I could go to in the state that I live in. And I finally found this one school, and I told myself, because like when December came, I was just so frustrated with my situation in December of 2023. I was like, you know what? You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get myself together because, you know, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm living with a family member or whatever, but I was just so fed up with my situation. I was like, man, I'm enrolling in school, and I don't even know how I'm gonna do it because they had fired me from Amazon. And whatever. They fired me from Amazon. So I was like, you know what? As opposed to me just going to run back to another dead-end job, this is the time for me to go back to school for nursing. And let me get this bag. Let me get this money. Let me invest in myself. I know it's going to be hard. I don't care what I got to do. I was like, I don't care if I'm going to have to work full-time and go to school full-time and be a full-time mother. However it's going to get done, baby. Because I'm going to do it, because I'm not going to be broke at 40. And my son is not going to grow up with no options. Because when you don't have no money, baby, you don't have no options. You know, when that money come, when tax money come, tax time come, and that money hit your account, you be so happy. But imagine if you was working a career, or you had a career where you was bringing home tax money every month. In some cases, bringing home tax money every week, baby. So this is the type of career where I know it can be that lucrative. And no, I'm not just doing it for the money, but the money is a very important factor. I feel like nursing is a cheat code to get your life on track financially and to be established if you play the game the right way and you know exactly what you want to do and how you want to do it and how you are going to do it. And I feel like I've had enough time where I've sat and I thought about my plan A, my plan B, and my plan C with nursing. So, you know, I signed up and now I'm in nursing school. So that's how I went from homeless into enrolling in nursing school. I was in a bad relationship with my child's father. The person, he put me out. It was very eye-opening. It was very hurtful. But I met somebody who I hold dear to my heart. I love him dearly. He know he my baby on my soul. But anyway, he the one who really just kind of like helped rebuild me mentally, and I would definitely say emotionally. You know what I'm saying? He spoke life into me every day, as well as I had family members who was trying to be as supportive as they could, you know, and I appreciate them too. But he the one who really told me about nursing, and I really researched it, like I said, for 6 months, and I seen how lucrative it was. And then I just realized I needed to change. I want better for my son. I want better for myself. So if you're thinking about making a change in your life, it's something drastic. It doesn't matter where you're at, what the situation is, you can do it. And I'm just here to drop these videos to let you know that if I can do it, you can do it. You know what I mean? So I wish y'all the best. If you like this video, please hit like, please subscribe, please follow me. And also drop some comments in the comment section if you're watching this video and you in nursing school, because I love having a dialogue and a conversation back and forth. So love is love, y'all, and I'll catch up with y'all later.